It's getting out of control, ladies and gentlemen. Ruto's government is messing up big time. Listen to this before we continue.
Na mtazamaji, ripoti ya mkaguzi wa bajeti sasa imefichua kuwa serikali haijakuwa ikitoa malipo ya ushuru wa wafanyikazi wa umma kwa halmashauri ya KRA, malipo ya hazina ya kustaafu ya NSSF na hata yale ya bima ya matibabu ya NHIF. Katika ripoti yake ya punde zaidi, Nyakang'o anaratibu kuwa serikali kwa mwaka mmoja imekopa takriban shilingi trilioni 2 kama Stephen Leto anavyotuarifu.
Huku msimamizi wa bajeti Nyakang'o akizidi kukumbwa na masaibu, afisi yake imetia nta kwenye sikio na kuchapisha ripoti yenye kurasa 189 kuonyesha jinsi serikali kuu imetumia pesa za umma kwa muda wa mwaka mmoja. Kwenye ripoti hiyo, kati ya shilingi bilioni 788 zilizotumika, shilingi bilioni 700 zimetumika kulipa mishahara na marupurupu, huku shilingi bilioni 83 tu zikitumika kwa miradi ya maendeleo. Zogo la madeni aidha linazidi kuongezeka, huku mkaguzi wa bajeti akifichua kuwa kapu la madeni liliongezeka kutoka shilingi trilioni 8.56 mwaka uliopita na kufikia shilingi trilioni 10.5 mwaka huu. Aidha, ripoti hiyo imefichua kuwa serikali ya kitaifa ina madeni ya shilingi bilioni 630 huku zile za kaunti zikiwa na madeni ya shilingi bilioni 163 kwa wakandarasi wake. Kwenye madeni hayo, wakandarasi wa miradi ya barabara na ujenzi ndio wanaodai serikali zaidi ya shilingi bilioni 289. Ripoti hiyo ya Nyakang'o aidha imefichua kuwa baadhi ya wafanyikazi wa umma hawajakuwa wakilipiwa makato ya ushuru wa mshahara kwa KRA kwa jumla ya shilingi bilioni 25. Aidha, wengine hawajalipiwa pesa za hazina ya kustaafu ya NSSF kwa jumla ya shilingi milioni 407, huku hazina ya bima ya matibabu ya NHIF ikidai serikali shilingi milioni 80. Serikali vilevile haijalipa pesa za uzeni kiasi cha shilingi bilioni 47. Mkaguzi wa bajeti sasa anazitaka serikali kuu na serikali za kaunti kuweka wazi matumizi ya pesa za umma, huku miradi yote itakayotumia pesa za mikopo ikitakiwa kuwekwa wazi.
Yes. That report was released yesterday by the Office of the Controller of Budget, Nyakang'o. So you can see clearly why Nyakang'o was being fought, why she's being intimidated. From that report, it's emerging out very clearly that in the last 1 year, Kwanza government has been deducting pay as you earn from civil servants, but not remitting to KRA. This government has been deducting NHIF from civil servants, but not remitting to KRA. They have also been deducting NSSF from civil servants, but not remitting to KRA. What that means in a layman's language is that you can work your whole life and then you go back home upon retiring empty-handed with no savings at all. You work like a donkey your whole life. Upon you retiring, you go back home empty-handed. That's what has happened in the last 1 year. And if it continues, we are going to see millions of Kenyans retiring, going back home empty-handed without any savings at all, if this is the trend. It's also emerging that in the last 1 year, this government has spent 700 billion on salaries alone. 700 billion on salaries alone. Development, only 83 billion. Only 83 billion. So over 90%, over 90% has gone to salaries. A very clueless government. I want us to put all this into perspective. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. That expose just confirms what I've always said in this forum, that we are dealing with a very clueless government, a government of quacks, a team that was not ready to rule and to form a government, a team that is just there for trial and error. They are not very sure on which course to take. They are just trying this and trying that, trial and error. Ruto has been saying that he inherited a broke government. And now that these issues keeps on emerging, we must still repeat all these things. Ruto said they inherited a broke government. If you look at the way this government is spending, this is not a government that inherited broke coffers. This is a government that has money, but the leaders don't know on how prudently they can use that money. Just few days ago, and it's important we repeat this, CS Treasury, Professor Njuguna Ndung'u, said they are struggling to pay salaries. Nyakang'o a few weeks ago revealed that these salaries have been inflated. In fact, these 700 billion we are being told, the actual salary here can only be about 200 to 300 billion. Nyakang'o told us that the salaries have been inflated almost by 3 times. So it might be possible that out of these 700, salaries is not even 200 or 300, it's lower than that. So most of this has been pocketed by some corrupt individuals in this government. So you are seeing that these individuals are milking Kenyans dry as they become filthy rich through proceeds of corruption. That's what is happening here. And you are seeing that they don't care about the people. Development here, only 83 billion. So they rather fatten their pockets than even development. And from that report that was released yesterday, we are told that in the last 3 months, this government has spent 4 billion on travel allowances. 4 billion in 3 months. Where is this government heading to? This is a government that is soon going to collapse. In the coming months, civil servants won't be paid, and most of these top professionals currently working in this government will all run away. Most of the basic services being provided by this government will stall. And when it reaches that point, I think Kenyans shall have actually taken to the streets. Yes. In fact, Kenyans should not wait for it to reach that point. The Constitution gives Kenyans the right to demonstrate, to picket. And I'm saying that's the only avenue that now Kenyans have been left with. because parliament is already compromised. Judiciary is compromised. The only avenue is for Kenyans to exercise their democratically given rights to demonstrate and to protest. That's the only language that an incompetent government, a very insensitive government like this one, maybe can understand. It can't understand the language of diplomacy. The country is turning out as a banana republic. And some of these things, we said even before the elections, that if Kenyans made that mistake of giving William Ruto power, Kenya was going to turn into a banana republic. We are seeing what is happening. Frequent national blackouts. A very important sector, such as JKIA, we saw blackout yesterday. Where are we heading to as a nation? Total collapse. A moribund government. The expose by the controller of budget just confirms all that I'm talking about. And you are now seeing that corruption is fighting back. That's why Nyakang'o is being intimidated, being persecuted. Let's meet in our next analysis. For those who have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.